Good morning, everyone. It's Matt Taylor from EasyBizStart. I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to cover a topic that is on my mind this morning, and that I can't seem to shake. And so the only way to seem to shake it is going to be to get rid of it. It's talking about how conflicts happen. We had a conflict happen almost at the end of the day yesterday with a client who felt like their expectations had not been met. Now, the client set themselves up for a fight to a certain extent because they came in with a very hostile attitude. They jumped all over two of my employees, and my employees were obviously upset when they reacted. Those things happen. Unfortunately, they happen more often than we like. We're fortunate in that with Nevada Business Center, we probably have a conversation like that at most about once every 6 months. So it's a good thing to practice, and it's a good thing to handle the circumstances and be able to train through that. However, it's unfortunate that those things occur. A couple of things that could have changed the outcome is one, how the client was handling themselves. I have, as I've said, a wife, a daughter, a son, 3 grandkids, and the way I always try to conduct myself when I'm dealing with others and how I speak to others is that you treat them with respect and courtesy. I don't even look at the golden rule of treat others how I would like to be treated, but I try to treat others how I would like people to treat my wife and my children and my grandkids if they were going to encounter them out on the street or in the workplace. That just gets us further in our way and probably further along the path of being heard and being understood for what we're trying to accomplish. The second thing that we could do is we have this need, this instant gratification, that we expect an answer to a question the instant we pose it. And this is something that we could have worked on, and something we're going to work on today is how to address that fact. We don't always have the full information. We need to speak to someone else. We may need to get other information before we can answer a question properly. And so the importance of acknowledging that, yes, they are upset, yes, they've been heard, and yes, that we want to set a defined time to review that with them once we've had all of the information we need is such a critical thing to be able to handle a dissatisfaction or just a conflict resolution. It's not that we're blowing them off, it's not that we're stalling for time, but we're not trying to solve a problem or a concern while we've got the client on the phone with us. And so buying ourselves a little bit of breathing room gives them a chance to calm down, and it gives us a chance to be confident in our answers. The third thing, we need to be able to go ahead and document everything that we've done leading up to a concern versus after the concern. In this particular case, the client was very upset that we had not responded to an email and followed their instructions. However, upon review of all of the emails that were acknowledged, the emails gave a different set of instructions, and we were following the set of instructions that had been given to us in writing. So after being to diffuse the anger of the client, that we were able to address that no, we were following the instructions they had given. The client was just in the unfortunate circumstance that they'd forgotten what they had asked us to do, and they thought they had told us to do something else. So we were able to resolve the issue. We were able to resolve the conflict. He apologized to the employees in question and apologized to me. That's the other thing is that if you've got a concerned client, as the owner of the company, I take those things very, very seriously. You should as well. Those relationships, I've had some of the most loyal clients sometimes spark over a disagreement that was handled properly. It's your first chance to really exceed the expectations of what what others would do and what they expect of you. So I would make sure that you take all of those situations seriously and handle them. That's all I've got. I don't want to beat the issue to death, but don't be afraid of a conflict. Conflicts actually can spur some of the strongest relationships you may have with your clients as long as they're handled properly. The other thing that I would leave you with is never ever blame other people in your team. Never try to shift focus on that. One of the things that will upset someone even more and break the loyalty of your team is being disloyal to them. So even if there's something you can train on afterwards, or if there was a mistake or an opportunity to improve your service, acknowledge that, take responsibility for it personally, fix it on the back end, but never put someone in your team and never put something on your team and never let them feel like that you don't have their back. All right, have a great day. It's Matt Taylor from EasyBizStart, and we'll talk to you soon.